Hi, I'm Molly, and in this video we will be talking about two Konglish terms, Aircon and Remotecon. Now, when I first came to Korea, I did not know what Aircon or Remotecon were. Actually, I was in my classroom and a student told me, "Teacher, turn on the Aircon." And I looked at him and I was, "What's an Aircon?" And then he pointed up and I realized it was air conditioning, the air conditioner. So a similar story with the Remotecon. I didn't know what a Remotecon was, and it actually, I found out, is a remote control. So let's look at the board over here. The first sentence says, turn on the air conditioner. Okay, in English, I would never say, turn on the aircon. It's always air conditioner, the full word. The other sentence we have is, where is the remote control? I wouldn't say, where is the Remotecon? It sounds like you're talking about a robot or something. I don't know what that means. So you need to use the full word, remote control. So now you know, not aircon, air conditioner, and not Remotecon, remote control. Thanks and have a good day.
Hello everyone, I'm Robin, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Konglish terms Arba or Arbeit. Okay, this is not English. Now I heard these terms come from the German language, but I don't care. Okay, it's not English, but a lot of my students still use it in English, and that's wrong. Okay, so for example, I ask my students, what are you doing during the summer vacation? And most of them will respond, Arba. I'm like, oh, don't say that, okay? So what should we say? Well, we should say part-time job, okay? That's the only thing we say in English, part-time job. Let's take a look at my two examples. I have a part-time job. Part-time job. That's the only way to express it, a part-time job. Or I'm a part-time worker, okay? So both cases, we use part-time. Part-time job, part-time worker, okay? So please don't say Arba or Arbeit. That's Konglish. We don't want to say it in English. We have to use a part-time job or you're a part-time worker, okay? That's it, and I'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Robin, and in this video I'm going to talk about Burberry Man. Now, the first time I heard that expression was long ago. Some of my Korean students were telling some story in class, and they kept using Burberry Man. I was like, what is a Burberry Man? So I asked my student, and my student explained to me, and then I was like, oh, you're talking about a flasher, okay? So in English, we don't say Burberry Man, we say a flasher. Let's take a look at the board. Now, Burberry Man, we would write it like this in English, and we would say it Burberry Man. Of course, Burberry is the brand name, so maybe the overcoat is made with the brand name Burberry, Burberry Man. We would never use this expression in English. Again, we would say a flasher. So look at my example sentence. The flasher flashed the students, okay? The flasher, that is the Burberry Man. The flasher, this is what he does. He flashes, okay? He flashed the students. We call it flash because it's like a camera flash, very quick. He flashed the students, showing his naked body. The flasher flashed the students. That's how we express Burberry Man. All right, we don't want to use Burberry Man, we want to use the flasher, and what he does is he flashes. Okay? Now, I've heard a lot of stories in Korea about flashers around girls' middle schools or girls' high schools. It seems a little bit too common here. In Canada, it's not common, but there are some flashers, but certainly I heard more stories here. Anyway, I hope you understand. Don't use Burberry Man. You have to use flasher. See you next time. Hello everyone, my name is Robin, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Konglish term cunning. Okay, yes, it is Konglish, but it is an English word, but how Koreans use it is wrong. Okay, it's very different than how we use it in English. Let's take a look. He is cunning. Okay, now this sentence in English has a very different meaning than in Korea. Now, what does that mean, he is cunning? Cunning is an adjective that describes someone, and it's a little bit negative. Okay, this word is negative. Why? It describes someone as sly or sneaky or deceitful. They like to lie. Okay, this person is cunning like a fox. Okay, not a good person. So examples, someone is stealing money from their parents when they are sleeping at night. Okay, that person could be described as cunning. All right, so in English, that's what cunning means. But in Korea, cunning has a very different meaning. What is cunning? Well, it's nothing to do with this stuff. Okay, cunning is cheating. All right, so cunning in Korea, actually, they should be saying cheating. So, for example, on the test, someone wrote the answers on their hand. Okay, they're not cunning in English. He is cheating. All right, now let's look at a few examples of how to express cheating. Okay, for example 1, the teacher caught the students cheating on the test. The teacher caught the students cheating on the test. Example 2, the teacher called the student a cheater. The teacher called the student a cheater. Example 3, the teacher said, "Don't cheat on your tests." The teacher said, "Don't cheat on your tests." And example 4, writing on your hand before a test is cheating. Writing on your hand before a test is cheating. Okay, we saw some good examples of how to use cheating instead of cunning. All right, and one more example here. I like to say this to my students: don't use cheating paper. Of course, cheating paper, Koreans say cunning paper, but in English we should say cheating paper. So don't use cheating paper in my class. All right, so we learned cunning is an English word, but it means someone who is sly, like a fox. And we learned Koreans use cunning the wrong way, okay, the Konglish way. You should say the word cheating, all right? I hope you understand, and I hope you use these words correctly. That's it. See you next time. Hello everyone, my name is Robin, and in this video I'm going to talk about the word Gagman. Okay, the first time I heard the word Gagman was long ago. I was teaching an English class with Korean students, and they were talking and they kept using the word Gagman, and I was confused. What is a Gagman? Well, I know gag in English means joke. A gag is a joke. So Gagman, okay, I could guess a joke man, something like that. Well, anyway, I checked the word in the dictionary, and I was very surprised because it is an English word, okay? It does mean someone who tells funny stories or jokes. That's a gagman, all right? But there is one problem. Gagman is an English word, but it is very rare and not common, okay? But Koreans use it always, okay? They always use gagman, especially on TV. And a lot of Westerners or native English speakers don't even know the word gagman. So we're confused, all right? So the word you should use instead of gagman is comedian, okay? You should call him or her a comedian, not a gag man or gag woman. They are called a comedian. If you say comedian, then every native speaker, English speaker, oh, I understand. If you say gag man, we might be confused, like me. All right, so I have just one sentence here, very easy to understand. Although gag man is an English word, as I said, it's uncommon, okay? We don't know it very well. A better, more popular, more common word is comedian. So Yoo Jae-suk is a famous comedian, okay? We should describe him as a comedian, not a gag man, all right? So there you go. Be careful using gag man. You should try and use comedian. Most Western people, when they're speaking English, will use comedian, okay? You probably never hear gag man in America or the UK. They're always going to say comedian. That's it for this video. See you next time.
Hi everybody, my name is Esther, and in this video we're going to be talking about a summer snack, right? As you can see from the way that I'm dressed, it's summer here in Korea, and in the summer it gets very hot and sometimes you want a snack to cool you down, right? And the snack that I'm talking about, it's kind of like ice cream, but it comes on a stick, right? So we can hold it like this. And what do we call it? Well, in Korea, the Konglish term for this snack is ice cake, or many people pronounce it ice cakey. Or I heard some people also call it hard bar or hadba, right? But if you go to a foreigner and you talk about a hadba or ice cakey, they're not going to understand what you're saying because the correct word is actually popsicle. Let's say that word again, popsicle, right? And the stick that it's on is called the popsicle stick. Okay, so let's look at a couple examples and let's see how we use the word popsicle in a sentence. Okay, so here's the first example sentence. I love to eat popsicles in summer. Notice that we say pop a little bit stronger, right? Again, I love to eat popsicles in summer. Okay, here's the next example sentence. Please buy me a popsicle. Please buy me a popsicle. Okay, so in Korea there are lots of different flavors and things like that. And let me share a story about the first time I heard the word ice cakey, right? I'm from America, from Southern California, right, where there's Koreatown. So even though I grew up in America, I grew up with Korean parents and lots of Korean people in my area. And that's when I heard the word. Instead of popsicle, the Koreans would say ice cakey to talk about, you know, melona or different types of Korean popsicles. And I've even heard the word ice cakey used to, well, people say it, or men say it, when they lift up a girl's skirt or dress and look at her underwear maybe. I'm not sure where that comes from, but either way, yes, even before I came to Korea, I've heard the word ice cakey, right? But again, remember, you must use the word popsicle. So next time you're visiting an English-speaking country, or maybe you're hanging out with a foreigner, make sure that you use the word popsicle instead of the word ice cakey or hard bar. Okay, well, that's the end of the lesson, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. Okay, see you guys next time. Thank you. Hi everybody, my name is Esther, and in this video we're going to talk about a Konglish term that is sometimes misused, right? And the word is for these colored liquid things that we put on our nails, well, that women put on their nails. And that word is manicure, right? In Korea, we call these colors that we put on our nails manicure. But actually, if you went to, you know, an English-speaking country or an English-speaking place and asked, where can I buy pink manicure? and they might not understand what you're saying, because the actual word that you need to say is nail polish. Right. Nail polish is the liquid that you put on your nails that makes it colorful, right? And a manicure is actually something totally different. A manicure is actually the thing that you get when you go to a nail shop and the woman or person there, cuts your nails, shapes them for you, files them down, colors them for you with nail polish. That service or that process is called a manicure. So you can't really buy manicure. You can pay for a manicure, right? So I hope you understand the difference. Again, nail polish is a little bottle with a colorful liquid that you put on your nails with a brush. And manicure, a manicure, is something that you go and get done at a nail shop or a beauty salon, something like that. So let's look at a couple of examples that I've written on the board. Okay, well, here's the first example. I like wearing red nail polish. Again, remember, nail polish is the color, right? The colored liquid. So I like wearing red nail polish, not red manicure. There is no such thing as a red manicure because, again, manicure is something you get done, not something that you can buy or something that you can hold and touch, right? And here's the second example. I got a manicure last week, right? That means I went to a nail salon, I went in there, I sat down, someone took care of my hands and nails and colored them for me with nail polish, and that's a manicure. And that's something that you pay for, and it's a service, not something that you just can hold or touch. Okay, so again, let's look one more time. I got a manicure last week. Okay, and let's look at a couple more example sentences. That nail polish looks great on you. That nail polish looks great on you. Your nail polish matches your eyes. Your nail polish matches your eyes. I would like to get a manicure. I would like to get a manicure. How much is a manicure? How much is a manicure? This manicure was very expensive. This manicure was very expensive. Okay, so in this video, we learned about the difference between nail polish and manicure. So one more time, remember, nail polish is the colored liquid that you put on your nails, and manicure is something that you go to a nail salon and have someone do for you. As for me, I like to do my manicures at home. I go to the many different makeup stores here in Korea and I buy nail polish. I like it here because it's very colorful and cheap, right? It's not too expensive. So I take them and I go home and do the manicures myself. And if you look at my nails here, I've matched them with the season. It's summer right now. So I've used the colors white, orange, and turquoise, which is a mix of green and blue. It's a light color that I really like. So yeah, next time I think you should try this for yourselves. Okay, well, thank you and hope to see you guys again later. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Robin, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Konglish term MT. Now, the first time I heard MT was long ago, probably around 13 years ago. Yes, I've been in Korea a long time. I was teaching an adult class and there were some university students in the class, and I asked one of the students what are they doing on the weekend, and he told me he's going on an MT. And I was like, MT? What is an MT? And he said, oh, he knew I didn't understand, so he explained MT means membership training. And he said membership training to me, and I was like, I still don't understand. You know, I don't understand MT. and I don't understand membership training. So what is that? So he explained to me what they were doing, and then I'm like, ah, you're going on a school trip, or you're going on a workshop, okay? So MT is definitely Konglish. You can't say it in English to a native English speaker. They won't understand, all right? So let's take a look at my examples. So I have, this is what he should have said, and I would have understood. So he should have said the first one, we will go on a school trip soon. Okay, so on the weekend, we'll go on a school trip, all right? And I would probably understand a little bit better if he said university trip or college trip, they're going on a trip. Or he could have said, we will go to a workshop. If he said, we will go to a workshop or a university workshop, I would understand, all right? But I'm not going to understand MT or membership training. Probably the best way to describe an MT is I'm going with my school friends to go out drinking for the weekend. That's probably the best way to describe it, but these ones will do. Recently, MT also has another meaning. So I talk to my students and they often say MT, not to mean membership training, but to mean motel. It's kind of a joking way to say motel, because mo, m, tel, t. They say MT. Again, this is not used in English. If you're talking in English to a native speaker and you say MT to mean motel, they won't understand, okay? So you have to say motel for them to understand. All right, so that's MT. Be careful using it. It is Konglish. You should say school trip or workshop. And if you're talking about the motel, just say motel. That's it, and I'll see you next time.
Hi, this is Bill, and right now I'm going to talk to you about the Konglish term name card. Now, name card, it's very common for Korean people to use this term, but there's a bit of a problem here. The term name card is just not acceptable in English, okay? We don't talk like that. We don't use that when we're referring to this situation, okay? I remember a long time ago when I first came to Korea, I was out and about and I happened to meet some people. And after talking with them, they were Korean, of course, older gentlemen. They mentioned to me, they were just like, if you would ever like help, so he was actually a doctor and he wanted me to visit his clinic sometime. So he was very friendly. But then he said to me, he's like, here, let me find my name card. And you know, he pulled out his wallet and started looking through his wallet. And I was like, what's he looking for? I was like, name card, what's that? It's like, I almost thought, my first thought was, does he mean name tag? Which is what people put on their shirt when they're working and it has their name on it. That was my first thought. But then he pulled out a business card. See, that's what you need to remember, okay? So we don't really say name card. In English, we have to say business card. And really, here's the only phrase you need to know. Here's my business card, okay? And I know it's not easy to remember because saying name card's so easy and it makes sense. It's a card with your name. Whereas even my wife, you know, I love her very much, but she got a new job a few years ago and she even came home and she said, look, Bill, they even made name cards for me. It's like, hold on, we're married, so free lesson. Please say business cards, because that's how you say it in English. That's the proper way. So let's just try to remember, here's my business card, and then spread around your reputation. Okay, I hope you can remember that. Change your thinking. Not name card, say business card. Okay, thank you. See you next video.
Hi everybody, my name's Esther, and in this video we're going to talk about something that almost everybody uses these days. Now, everybody's busy these days, right? They're always going somewhere and they don't really have time to use their computers at home. So what do they use? They use a mobile computer, a computer that they can take maybe to a cafe or maybe even to a park, right? You can just sit down and use that computer. Now, in Korea, we use the word notebook to describe that type of computer. But actually, that's not the right word. In English, in proper English, the word is laptop. Now, that word comes from lap, which is when we sit down, the part of our legs that folds, right? And top, meaning on top of. We can put that computer on top of our lap, and that's why it's called a laptop, not a notebook. Actually, in English, this is a notebook, right? A book with paper and maybe lines on the paper. Only this is a notebook. In Korea, people call it a note or note, right? But that's not correct. Again, this is a notebook, and the computer that we carry around is called a laptop, right? Okay, so let's look at a couple examples. Here's the first one. I'm writing a letter on my laptop. I'm writing a letter on my laptop. That means I'm typing a letter, right? I'm typing a letter. Maybe I'll send it through email, or maybe I'll print it and give it to the person. If we look at the second example sentence, I'm writing a letter in my notebook. I'm writing a letter in my notebook. This means I'm writing a letter here with a pen or pencil and in my notebook, right? So also, please notice that in the first sentence, when we use a computer or laptop, we would say a letter on my laptop. However, if we're writing in a notebook, again, we say in my notebook or in a notebook. Okay, so again, this one, not a note. This is a notebook, and what Koreans call a notebook, the computer, is laptop. Now, I want to share a funny story with you guys about the first time I heard the word notebook to talk about a laptop. When I came to Korea a couple years ago, I had a Korean friend, and she told me that she bought a notebook for $500 the day before. And I was really surprised. I thought, what's so special about this notebook? I couldn't imagine any notebook, even if it had gold on it, right? I couldn't imagine any notebook costing that much. And when I asked her, why would you pay that much for a notebook? She told me it was actually very cheap for a notebook. And as we got to talking, that's when I realized that it's not a notebook that we write on with pen and paper or pencil, but actually a laptop computer. And that's how I first learned about the difference between a laptop and a notebook. So next time, make sure that when you guys are going to a computer store or maybe looking at some notebooks or laptops, make sure you ask a laptop, not a notebook, okay? All right, well, thank you, and I hope you guys learned something from this video. Bye. Hi everybody, my name is Esther, and today we're going to talk about a Konglish term used to describe, well, what I'm wearing right now, which is, what is it? A lot of Korean women like to wear this, and it's called a one piece. Probably because it's one piece, right? It's an article of clothing that's one piece. But actually, that's not the correct word. If you go to America or another English-speaking country, the word you will have to use is dress. And in Korea, they use the word dress, but it's used to describe something more fancy, right? Something that you wear to an important occasion, maybe a wedding dress, right? Or maybe a dress for a dinner party, right? But actually, again, dress is used to describe one piece, right? So make sure you guys don't get that confused. Let's look at a couple of the sentences that I've written on the board. Here's the first one. I would like to buy a dress, right? If you go to a store or maybe a department store, this is what you would have to ask. I would like to buy a dress, not a one piece. They might look at you a little strange if you ask for a one piece. Here's the second example. This is my favorite dress, right? For most Korean women, they might have a favorite dress, right? And we would say, this is my favorite dress. Well, let's look at a couple more example sentences together. Okay, let's look at a few examples. I would like to buy a dress. I would like to buy a dress. I need to wear a dress to the party. I need to wear a dress to the party. I like wearing dresses. I like wearing dresses. Her dress is very pretty. Her dress is very pretty. Okay, so today we learned that what we call a one piece in Korea is actually a dress, right? And for me, now that I live in Korea, I wear dresses once in a while, a lot more than I used to. In America, especially in California, people dress very casually, right? Even the women, even celebrities, famous people, movie stars, you see them on the streets, they're just wearing a t-shirt and maybe some comfortable jeans or shorts with slippers or sandals, not high heels, right? But here in Korea, the women dress very pretty, they dress very fancy, they wear a lot of dresses. So once I moved here, I started dressing a lot more like that too, and I have a lot more dresses than I did back home in America. Okay, well, that's the end of today. Thank you and see you guys next time.
Hi, I'm Robin, and in this video, I'm going to talk about a very confusing word, pension. How Koreans use pension and how English speakers use pension is very different, and that word has caused a lot of confusion with me and my students. So I hope this video clears up all the confusion. Now, in English, when you use the word pension, it means one thing. It means retirement money. So if you work 30 or 40 years and you retire, you stop working, you can get a pension from the government, a government pension, or a private pension, okay? So that's the retirement money you can get every month, all right? That's how we use pension in English. Now, of course, pension in Korea means something very different. It means a vacation house or a place you go when you take a trip and you stay there 1 or 2 nights. That's a pension in Korea. But if you use pension like that, most English speakers won't understand, because to us a pension is only retirement money. It's not a place you can go and stay on a trip. So instead of pension, you should use bed and breakfast, okay? Bed and breakfast. If you say bed and breakfast, everyone will understand. Oh, you're going to stay at a bed and breakfast, okay? Let's take a look at my 2 example sentences. The first one, I can collect a pension at age 65. Okay, so the pension is your retirement money, and we usually use the word collect or the verb collect. You get a pension at age 65, okay? So this is how we use pension in English. Now, you don't want to use pension here. You want to use bed and breakfast. We stayed at a bed and breakfast for 2 nights. So in English, if you explained it like this, everyone will understand, okay? All right, so that's the difference between English pension and Korean pension. Remember, when you're speaking English, you have to use it as retirement money. If you use it as bed and breakfast, we won't understand. All right, that's it, and I'll see you next time.
Hi everybody, I'm Esther, and in this video I'm going to talk about a word that Koreans are using incorrectly. Okay, and that word is rinse. Now, when you shower, you use shampoo in your hair, and then in Korea we say we use rinse. But actually that's wrong. Okay. Rinse is an English word, yes, but it has a different meaning, okay? And it's not the thing you put in your hair. So I'm going to talk about rinse a little bit later, okay? But in English, the correct word is conditioner. Again, conditioner. So remember, shampoo, then conditioner, not rinse. Okay, remember, conditioner is what we put in our hair after shampoo to make it nice and soft. So let's look at these example sentences. I use shampoo. Okay, so when we shower, we first usually use shampoo. Then let's talk about the word rinse. Okay, rinse means to clean with water. So it's a verb, okay? So cleaning with water is what rinsing is. So again, after you shampoo, then I rinse, okay? I don't put rinse in my hair, no. I put conditioner. But first I have to rinse. I have to clean my hair from the shampoo, right? I have to clean my hair with water. I rinse my hair with water. After that, I use conditioner. Okay, I put the conditioner in my hair. I use conditioner. Then what do? Again, I have to rinse. I rinse again. After the conditioner, I rinse my hair again. I clean my hair. Okay, so again, remember, conditioner is what you put in your hair after shampoo to make it soft. Okay, and remember, rinse means to clean something with water. So you can rinse your hair, you can even rinse the dishes after you've washed them with soap, you can rinse your car after you've washed it with soap. So remember, that's what rinse is. Okay, so I hope this video helped you. It's not too hard. Don't get confused. Just remember that conditioner is a thing for your hair and rinse is a verb that means to clean. Okay, so thank you again for joining and see you guys next time. Bye.
Oh, hello. I'm Robin, and in this video, we're going to talk about something very special and very important to know, the Konglish Skinship. Okay, everyone likes skinship. But skinship is Konglish, it is not English. And I remember the first time I heard it long ago, some student in my class said they had some skinship with their girlfriend. And I was confused. Skinship? What's that? Now, skinship sounds like relationship, friendship, and companionship. Okay, so similar to words that mean some close relationship, but I wasn't exactly sure what skinship was. Well, now I do. I know skinship means kind of physical touching, like holding hands, hugging, kissing between boyfriend and girlfriend, or maybe a mother and her baby. But of course, not sex, just touching. Now, in English, we don't say skinship. We have to use an English expression. And the best English expression to use is showing affection. Okay, so we would use the expression showing affection. So let's take a look at a few examples of how to use showing affection in a sentence. All right, the first example. My girlfriend shows affection. Okay, she shows her love by kissing me. The next example. The couple is kissing on the subway. They're showing too much affection. Okay, so they're showing their love too much touching. And the last example. My parents never show affection. They never hold hands or kiss. Okay, so this example, they never show their love. All right, from those examples, I hope you have a better understanding of how to use the expression showing affection. Remember, skinship is Konglish. I like the word skinship. It's a very sweet and fun word to use, but it is Konglish. Many people won't understand exactly what that means. So you must use showing affection. All right, well, that's it for this lesson, and see you next time. Hello everyone, welcome to our Konglish series. In this series, we're going to study a lot of English words that Koreans like to use, but they use these words in a slightly strange or awkward way. These videos will tell you which words are Konglish and what English expressions you should use instead. All of these videos are useful to help improve your English and clean up any Konglish you may be using. Let's get started, and I hope you enjoy this series.